Okay, let's hit it. Alright, so just did some tweaking of my video settings. This is my first recording, official with audio, right? I wanted to just run through a single run of Noita. I have a daily run going, but I'm actually gonna quit out and actually start a new game, just random seed. I just wanted to kind of run through and just do a single run of Noita, and kind of hopefully keep it at about around an hour and a half. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of go through. Let me see if I can see my progress. Yeah, so I have about, I have about 150, 160 hours in Noita. Not a lot. There's a lot of great Noita YouTubers out there. My plan is not necessarily to be a YouTuber for only one game, but I really am just into Noita a lot right now. I think it's a lot of fun. I think it's a very cool single player experience. Reminds me of Elden Ring a bit. Not gameplay wise, but just like environmental storytelling. The quality of the production of the game. And just the care that the developers put into the game, you can really feel it. And I'll kind of explain more as like I touch on some things, but what I'm looking at here is just my progress screen. So these are all the perks that I've picked up for my character. These are all the spells that I've ever picked up and used for my character, and these are all the enemies I've ever met and fought. Yeah, I mean, I've had about 250 playthroughs of the game. I've won about 10 games so far. Hopefully, if we get a if we get a win on this attempt, we'll be able to look at the stats there and kind of see the official number. But lately, I've kind of gotten to the point to where I've been able to kind of win consistently, and I'd say the last 20 games, I feel like I've gotten the majority of my wins, maybe 7 wins, maybe not 20, maybe more like 10 to 15 games. I've won the majority of them. I'd say greater than 70% of the games that I've played for the last 15 days now. I've won them, and these are like longer runs where I don't just descend the levels and try to beat the final boss. I tend to kind of take detours, build as crazy of a wand as I can for damage and for teleporting and things like that. So, also realize friends and family might be watching this, and I'll explain a little bit of what Noita is as I go kind of start off. But so Noita is a bit different of a game. It kind of reminds me of like older arcade type games where you compete, with your friends and family for like a high score. Like old arcade games like Pac-Man and stuff, or like pinball machines and things like that. I've always thought it would be like a lot of fun to have like an arcade style computer set up with like a monitor and everything to kind of connect it to a TV and like compete for a high score with friends and family on this game like you would an old arcade game. I think it'd be super fun. But my brothers and I, we used to play the Wii bowling, Wii sports games, and here, let me tweak my audio real quick because it's really loud. Take both of them down to 50. Take them down to half. We used to play Wii sports games like the tank games or Wii Play, and try and see who could beat the hardest levels. I definitely feel like if this game were around and my brothers and I had a computer when we were definitely played this together a lot. So yeah, what Noita is it's called a roguelike, and just what that means is roguelike games are basically you play the game once and you have one life, and it's kind of like when you play through on like Galaga or something like that, where you only have one chance, and when you play through, your progress doesn't save from one run to the next to a certain extent. Things kind of reset and your character starts over from base. You don't have any perks that cross over from the last run, besides like how much you know about the game, which I think that's one of the parts that makes this game so much fun. You're a little Noita means witch in Finnish, so you're this little witch that I'm not super familiar with the lore behind the game, but you're a little witch that your goal is to kind of conquer the world. So you start out at the top level above like these mines, and you have to go down and kind of fight past different enemies and defeat the final boss, and avoid taking damage as much as possible, and kind of build up your strength, like through getting perks, finding different spells, building wands, and things like that. So, so that's kind of what the game is kind of all about. We'll talk about more as we go through all of this, and it'll kind of be evident what the game is kind of all about. But right now, what I'm trying to do on the first level, like what I do with all of my runs that I go through, obviously I try to take as little damage as possible. I tend to be pretty bad at that, and tend to take quite a bit of damage in the first area on almost all of my runs, which I think is kind of in contrast with a lot of the YouTubers. Maybe it's just my skill at this point, which I think is totally fine. It's still a ton of fun for me. Wow, that was a lot behind, dude. What that entails is just having a water potion. So if I catch fire, I just want to put the fire out. Or if I encounter enemies, play smart and try to dodge as best as I can. Or if I get hit by toxic sludge, which should wash myself off and cover myself in water. And then just find as much gold as possible so I can make any early purchases at the first mountain, of the first checkpoint, as much as possible. If I can, definitely like to get a bit more gold than what most suggestions on like YouTube videos and things like that say. I don't know if it's just because I'm weird or what, but that's just what I like to do. So I like to get 1,000 gold up here on my money, and kind of fill up my wand slots. I've got 4 of them with as many wands with like useful spells as possible. So like this one's got a dynamite or a TNT spell, same as my starter wand, which is awesome. And this one, I was laughing about how lucky this was. Finding a teleport wand is pretty rare, especially in the first area. So I feel pretty lucky to have found that. Gosh dang it! I set my keybinds up so that my main wand is my damage wand, and then my second wand. My second wand is my teleport wand, so I can just, I've got my keybind for my damage wand set to W, so I can just press W and just immediately damage. And then I just usually use the scroll wheel. I still need to improve my, my keybinds to be able to just instantly press a button and pull out my teleport wand or things like that. So I forgot I got this purifying powder potion. Just the turn. So this, in the game, there's kind of different materials. All the materials kind of interact with each other. So this is like a pool of toxic sludge. If you put water on it, it turns the toxic sludge in. Or if you put water on toxic sludge, it turns like more of the other toxic sludge into water. So it kind of converts it. And then I got a purifying powder potion that will kind of purify any substance and turn it into water. So like if there's blood on the ground, then I can shoot. I can pour purifying powder on top of it and turn it into water. Or like this swamp material here that turns it into pure water. Yeah. So I'm just kind of wading through enemies here, trying to find anything useful. This wand is generally better than my starter wand that I have. I like the projectile. I like Spark Bolt. Just because to me, it's like the default damage spell. When I played for the first time, I started with Spark Bolt. And so, it just kind of feels like a jack-of-all-trades spell. Energy Sphere, when I start runs with Energy Sphere, it feels nice, because I feel like I can do more damage to enemies. Like, a lot of the enemies in this first area, you can kind of defeat them in one shot with an Energy Sphere. So, for example, this shotgun guy, if I hit him, if I can get good, see one shot and that shotgun guy is just gone. So I tend to really like Energy Sphere. I'll pick it up in the first area, but I actually haven't had too many runs where that's like in my main arsenal of spells. See, like dealing with I don't even know what these guys are called actually. Slimer. I don't know, these Slimer guys. They tend to annoy me quite a lot. One of the few enemies that I have a really hard time dodging their attacks. Oh my gosh, Ambrosia. Okay. I don't really feel like I need purifying powder, so I'm just gonna check that. If there's more experienced players thinking blasphemy, I'm sorry. I don't really know the usefulness of purifying powder, so alright, so again, just kind of peeling back the layers here of the acrobat of the mines. This is kind of the first area of, I think there's 7 layers of the world where you kind of go down each level, and at the bottom you find the portal to kind of teleport into each checkpoint, right? Shoot. Touch that. This is toxic rock, so it's kind of like this sludge stuff. And that if you touch it, it damages you. Let's see here. This one is pretty good for first area. Nice. I've definitely felt a lot of improvement in the last, say, 100 games that I've played with, like, my aim ones and such. I don't like to play competitive, like, multiplayer games just because I kind of feel like I just suck so bad. So playing, like, single-player games are kind of my niche. Like, my brothers tend to like to play online multiplayer type games. And, grew up watching them play Halo. I played too, but I was never really as good as they were. Mostly because I just like to chill out. I mean, when I really got into video games was when Minecraft came out, and I just loved the sandbox feel of and the freedom of a survival game like that. So, I think Noita has that, but it definitely has a lot of fun PvE. A lot more than, like, say, Minecraft. And that's sick. hit the TNT back at that guy. I think Noita, you know, I love Minecraft's survival aspect. Noita is not a survival game like Minecraft. It's very different. Obviously, I think the art is as pretty as like the pixel art of Minecraft, but I would say maybe even a bit better. But let's see here. Nice. Yeah. Satisfying. Get some good gold there. Alright, don't. Alright. So I want to get that gold. That'll get me where I want to be. I'm gonna go, since I used all of my TNT, not the most useful spell in the world, because you know, you use it to dig through surfaces and materials in the game, right? But there's actually a lot better material, or a lot better spells to dig through stuff in Noita. I don't find much use for TNT much past the first area. Although I do think I could like change that if I did a run where I got unlimited spells perk and used TNT on like a certain kind of wand, but yeah, I don't use it too much. So let's go find that spark bolt wand that I dropped, my starter wand. So as I move through levels, the dark areas like this, I know I've never been. So I'm just trying to kind of, yeah, there it is. Just trying to see where I haven't been, avoid that, and, you know, stay where the area, you know, stay in the areas where it's kind of light. The way I set my wands up on my hotbar, I use W for my up wand, or for my damage wand. So first slot's damage, second slot's teleport, third slot is digging. So for now I have TNT on there, and then fourth wand is either like a healing or a backpack wand. You know, eventually my main goal for a longer run, you know, something I take hours and hours and hours and pour like 7, 8, 9 hours into a run, I will try to take the fourth wand and not use it as my healing wand and integrate healing into my teleport wand, which, if we're lucky enough, you know, we'll be able to see that in this run, but which would, I think, would be sick to kind of see that. But I hear a fire guy. It's Dendari. Fun little way to defeat this guy is just pour water on him, since he is a lava fire dude. He bleeds less. He bleeds lava, right? So he bleeds less if you pour water on him, which is kind of a fun little mechanic. And you can pick up the gold instantly if you defeat him with water instead of shooting spells at him. And it's more efficient, you know, to pour water on him. Flasks, you know, with water, they work. You know, you can pick them up, fill them up with water, you know, so that you can always keep your water full. Water is one of the most useful, you know, materials in the game to keep in a potion flask. Because, like, if you get toxic sludge on you, it starts to poison and damage you, or if you light on fire, you just pull out your flask and rinse yourself off. And so it's super useful. Ambrosia, I'd say, is one of the, you know, more important materials. That's what I have in this flask, ambrosia. It's a material that gives you invulnerability to damage, which sounds powerful, and it is, but like if you've got to have the right skill while using it to make it powerful, because if you're not, you know, skilled at using it like me, you can still very much lose a run, and that I do that often. I'll have ambrosia on I'll find ambrosia on every run I do, but I'll still lose a lot of my runs, dying to something that I don't really expect to die to. So I have 1,000 gold, 1,100. I still want to explore a bit. I want to find more health. So if I find treasure chests or, you know, hearts on this level, that's what I'm looking for. I feel like I'm in a very good spot with my wands. I've got teleport, I've got plenty of digging for next area, I've got 2 good damage spells that I like. So I'm not worried about wands. Maybe like, let me see. I mean, I'm in a pretty good spot. So what I would plan to do is, after I go into the mountain, this wand here is pretty good. I'll make this my damage wand. Even though the stats like cast delay, recharge time are worse than my main wand, it just has, well, yeah, it has more slots, or has the same amount of slots, but this one doesn't shuffle the spells that it casts, so everything's cast in order. So I will keep that as my main wand. Since my teleport wand doesn't really need anything complex on it right now, because I'm not trying to go too fast, I'll keep it a shuffle until like I find like a ton of non-shuffle wands. But basically the way you tell a difference between types of wands is any wand that has kind of like a gem looking thing on it, it doesn't shuffle the spells, it casts them in order, and in the order that you put them on the slots here. So if I had, say, this energy sphere here in this first slot, and then say I go into the mountain and I'm allowed to move my spells around and I put this spark bolt here, when I fire this non-shuffle wand, or when I fire this shuffle wand off, when it fires first, I don't know if it's going to fire this energy sphere or if it's going to fire the spark bolt. So that's not good, because it gives me less control over how the wand works, like how it behaves when I'm moving through the level. And I don't want to have an unpredictable wand. I want something that I can control. So these non-shuffle wands are more powerful. So that's why I do that. Now there's sometimes where if I don't like how the wand feels, a lot of times I go based off feel. If I don't like how it feels, then I will definitely use a shuffle wand well into the second area, and maybe even the third, if it can rapid fire and do enough damage. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of where I'm at with wands, but I'm not really worried about them at this point. I think I'm doing just fine. So that's something that I never really like fully realized is Energy Sphere's capability of bouncing spells back at TNT. TNT guys. Let me just get rained on. Okay, so back to kind of explaining how the game works to friends and family who might be watching. At the bottom of each level of the cave, there's a portal that takes you into an area called the Holy Mountain. Holy Mountain is like a checkpoint, like we would see in older games. You grab every Holy Mountain has a shop. It has a full heal, so like you can take that full heal and replenish your health all the way back up to full. And it has a full heal. It has a spell refresher. So I only have a certain amount of TNTs. It's a way to kind of cap the power of the spell. So when I cast the spell, the number goes down every time I do. And in each Holy Mountain, I have a refresher that will take that number back up to the certain spells predetermined, full number of casts. So like TNT, I think is 16. Others like bomb. There's a bomb spell that you only get 3 casts of a bomb. Yeah, frogs are a bit dangerous of an enemy. I always like to explode the explosives safely, obviously, just so that like if I'm ever running through the level later, I don't want to accidentally like run into an enemy by an explosive and just get screwed over by them. So I tend to try and explode them as I go, so as not to run into that risk later on. In this first area, the first level of the game, there's kind of two halves to it. There's a the normal mines, and then there's the collapsed mines, I think is what it's called. Let's try and enter and get it to pop up the message. Let's see. There we go. Oh, it already popped up. But yeah, the collapsed mines is just another area where the enemies are a little more powerful. You have a chance at gaining more gold, but it's kind of risk reward type decision making, which I like. I tend, like, if I feel like I've got a good set of wands and feel comfortable enough, I have no problem with kind of going into the collapsed mines and kind of searching for more health or something like that. So. Yeah, it doesn't look like I'm gonna really find another heart. Now there is like a cave to my left that I could use to my advantage. I tend to kind of keep that for later in case I get into a bad situation on the next level. I can kind of, if I have a way to travel back up to this level, then I will do so to kind of try and heal myself. It's kind of how I save a run if things go bad. That Molotov didn't do as much damage as I thought it would, so that's good. Alright, I feel like I'm in a good spot. 1,300 gold, I've got good wands. I don't really feel like I can find another heal. I don't know why I got damaged there. So I feel like it's kind of time to go. I'm just gonna, sometimes like I feel like I don't, I miss the full size of the mines, and I just miss out on some of the level, like higher up. Not smart doing that. Like this area, I haven't explored this, so there could be a heart in this area. Other YouTubers are like pretty good at telling it like the shape of the design of the level to tell if there's going to be a heart that would spawn in that location. I can't really do that just because I haven't played thousands of games of Noita yet, so I don't really know to do that, but if spending a little more time here, gives me the opportunity to find health, I'm gonna take it. But I feel like I've explored it pretty well, so I'm gonna head down to the mountain. Alright, so this is Holy Mountain. That's a little statue that I can kind of test damage on my wands. So this is kind of what I was talking about before. This one, fires pretty fast, but like I was telling you guys earlier, a little unorganized, a little uneven, kind of annoying to cast. So what I would do is probably move these spells to this guy. My recharge time is kind of annoying, almost a second, but I would rather take something I can control as my main wand. And not to mention, we haven't even looked at the shop yet. Got a teleport bolt, but we don't even need it, a small one. I will take anything from this first area that will allow me to cast spells faster on a wand that I can control. So, for example, this wand has stats. So at the top of the stats, it says it's a shuffle, and it says it's a non-shuffle. So it says shuffle no, spells per cast 1, cast delay 0.07 seconds. So between the first cast and the second cast of a single block, there's 0.07 seconds that pass. And then after I cast a block, it restarts from the first, it starts over, right? and it takes 0.75 seconds, almost a full second, to cast again. So what I want to do is try and bypass that recharge time. There's some spells that'll do that beautifully. I don't have them here, so I've got to try and take what I've been given in this mountain to buy to kind of bypass that. I'm gonna refill my spells there. This is a timer projectile, so basically it's kind of like these guys, but when it shoots after a certain amount of time in the air, it'll kind of end and then shoot out whatever's after it, right? So let's see here. So here, for simplicity's sake, when I shoot it, it shoots the spark bolt after. So like it's saying, okay, we're gonna shoot the spitter bolt with the timer. After the timer goes up, I'm gonna shoot the spark bolt. This modifier modifies the spark bolt by giving it a lower cast delay, but it'll just kind of go in any direction. But basically I'm trying to use a modifier to kind of help my wand stats make it a bit better. Which let's see. I feel like that's a pretty consistent wand. I can use this pretty good, so I kind of like that. We can even test the damage out. These are the perks that we got in the first area. So we have extra life, repelling cape, stains drop at a fast rate. So like what stain is like this is a stain here. So that little mark above my head. So say if I get like on fire or I have toxic stuff on me, it'll drop the stain faster. I want to make sure I beat this run, so I'm going to take extra life. This is my wand doing damage here. I'm doing like 40 damage. I'm comfortable with that. I feel like I would do pretty well for myself in the down on this next level with that. So in the second level, I like to actually have a free wand slot because I want to be able to like pick up wands, bring them back in here, and edit them. I can't edit my wands out in the levels. I can only edit them here in this checkpoint. So when I leave this, if I just fly up here and go around this little corner, it'll collapse this, and the Holy Mountain's ability to edit wands and things like that goes away. But I can do a couple things to escape that by, if I have a good enough digging spell, I can break down the Holy Mountain and just walk through. Or if I've got teleporting, I can just teleport through. So that's what I'll do there. I am out of water, so I'm just gonna refill. So on this level, there's, opportunity to find some pretty dang good spells and shit. So I want to do the best that I can finding anything that's going to be useful to me. For example, there's a wand right there. So my goal at this point in the game is to try and find good spells, but also wands with good stats. So like this one takes 2 seconds to recharge. I hate that. It hasn't always cast, but totally not worth it. Now it does have more heavy spreads for me to use on my wands, so that I can, if I find a wand that's not so great, but it's got good, it's got good like magic recharge, then I can use that to these spells to my advantage. And yeah, so I'm not gonna use these firebolts. I don't like to use them. So, but I don't like the wand, so I'm just gonna put it up. and then just kind of head back out. But notice I just put these heavy spreads back in. I can try something here. Apply two of the same modifier to this spell here, this payload spell. See, now my recharge time is it's low, right? So I've got a really good casting wand. But pay attention to my magic meter for my wand here, my mana meter. It drains when I shoot it. So now my problem is magic. So I've got to find something that'll kind of help me with magic or even a better wand to use. But I like how fast that's shooting. You know, with every level down here, you know, the enemies get tougher. You want to always be thinking about, all right, how can I increase my damage? Because the one that I just made in this area or the last isn't going to cut it for the next. So, you know, that's kind of the first thing that I'm talking about. Same thing with health, right? You know, like the health that I had in the first area is not going to cut it for this one. So I've got to work on finding heart vessels so that I can. So that I can survive, so that I don't just freaking die and end my run. So this is good digging. This might actually replace my current digging wand. So I at this point would just consider this one trash and throw it out because pollen's great. So how much? 10, 20. Let's do this. Pollen's a pretty good... Oh, no. I'm going to keep pollen as my digging wand. I don't want to trade pollen as my digging spell and put it on my damage wand. That's kind of what I was thinking about doing. I don't want to do that. So I want to... It's like, I'm fine. Like, killing enemies... You know, with the wand, the damage wand I have, works just fine. So, I like it. Come on. That's one way in which... Yep. I don't know if that was two enemies stacked on top of another or what, but they definitely got me. So, and the Hisi shotgunner right there, he is my least favorite enemy in the game. He kills me every time. I can't tell you how many runs I've lost because the stupid shotgunner, and the next run I go in and kill a shotgunner, and I'm just so happy because I'm like, oh, you know, fuck you, you suck. So, all right. Really not good luck with our chests. So chests have a chance to drop health, but so far the 3 that I have found, one was already open before I got there, have all dropped gold, which just sucks. But, I mean, it's good for having gold, but it's at a certain point, like if you've got a good enough arsenal of spells and such and a good wand, the gold just doesn't really matter. You're doing a long run, maybe. Yeah, see? So, stupid shotgunners. They're the worst. I hate them. At this point, I'm not going to gamble anymore. I just am not. See? Alright. Took some pretty good hits there. I'm going back up to the Holy Mountain. And I am taking that full... restore that I had up there. Sometimes I suck at that, so it still makes me nervous that I don't get that right. Alright, so that's why I saved it, so I could use 85 or 80 of my health and get up to 135, and effectively increasing the health that I had in the area by 80, right? Without having, you know, 200 health, 210 health. since I have teleport and can get back into the holy mountain, so. All is pretty good. So this is a spell shop. Shit. So stupid move on my part there. Wasn't paying attention to my jump meter. Alright, so 3 spells I picked up there. This one, Nala, is great. It decreases the amount of time of projectiles in the air to 0. So I shoot this teleport projectile, it's in the air for less than a second, which I love. It just makes it easier to teleport fast. Explosive detonator will, if there's any projectiles that are shot at me, I can put it on my teleport wand to, to make those things explode and not damage me. And then trigger spell is like the timer spell, but it's just when it hits a wall or an enemy, it'll spit out whatever's there. So this is just an expensive spell, so I'm just going to save it for later when I've got a wand with more magic to spend with each cast. But again, at this point, I'm already feeling good spell and wand-wise. I feel like I can do pretty good damage for the next area. I mean, I hate... if there's any area that is like my least favorite, it's the next one. But I do want to hopefully find a bit better of a wand to be able to shoot more expensive spells. Chest. No, dude. Just getting gypped. Gypped on all of our chests. Enough of the gold, dude. I'm gonna go over here and see what this wand is. So when something's like sparkling pretty big like this, I know it's a wand. And it's gone, so an enemy just picked it up. Love that. Who was it? I'm gonna get you. Sometimes the enemies will... Oh, it's a teleport. Found a teleport wand. Get the hell out of here. Shotgunner. You dirty rat. Fighting going on over there. I need to refill up my my flask. This calling spell has a natural homing, so it'll follow enemies like it just did, which I love. And it also blocks spells, so like I love it for these lava bees guys, because yeah, it's pretty dope for blocking their projectiles. I'm just gonna go on a whim here and say that that chest has gold in it. Oh, thank goodness. That was not good. So these little purple guys, they do melee damage. Stupid of me to teleport straight into him for him to be able to hit me like that. This guy's not in a good spot for himself. They die if you cover them in water. So also what I can do is just kind of cast a a little dynamite spell in there for him. And of course I get a bomb in that chest. Continuing our poor luck with chests. There's a beehive up there. Not a fan of the beehives. Just because I'm not good at dealing with them. Gosh. Alright, so there is another area to this part of the map, to this level. It's called the Fungal Caverns. Probably not a good idea to go there. You know, it's got good wands. Frame drop. Let me through. But you know, try to find something worthwhile wand-wise. So I may actually end up. I may end up going up there for a second. Maybe stay on the outside. And that is a wand that I want to have. Really? Oh my gosh. Stupid rat. There's something just tanking my frame rate. I'm not sure what it is, but someone's throwing a lot of projectiles or something. Maybe somebody got a hold of a wand. I hate that freaking bee got that shot. It's like the Olympic champion of bees. Got me with that freaking fireball. Oops. Useful spells here. Reduce spread is pretty good, especially when you use it with a triplicate. So I may want to go back up to the mountain, take these spark bolts off, kind of bank them, and maybe even move one of them onto my damage wand, and then come back for this wand and pick it up as kind of my backpack wand. 2 bees in one. That is like my weakness. When there's 2 bees right on top of each other, I fold like a chair, beach chair. Thank goodness I did not collapse the mountain. Alright, so I'm gonna take that, put it up there. Alright, so let's see. Now my wand, since this projectile costs 20 to cast, but this one only costs 5, I should be able to cast this. I can cast this so much longer, and probably could cast it even faster if I put a 3rd heavy spread on here and just. But now, see, since it's firing so fast, and each of these costs 2, and this costs 5, so it's 2, 4, 6 plus 5, so that's 11 per cast. And then 10 more on top of that. I'm casting 21 magic per second, or per cast, and essentially I can fire it as fast as a machine gun. I don't recharge my magic or my mana and my wand fast enough to be able to sustain that, so I'm just gonna kind of keep it semi-fast. Well, actually, this wand is gonna be better. That's another thing to watch out for when you're going into looking for wands, bringing stuff back to the mountain. If you find a wand that's better, don't throw it away. See, that's better than the other one. So it may look worse because the mana is draining faster, but it's firing faster. And the magic is, the recharge speed is better. So I'm probably not gonna be using this guy. Gonna change up my strategy here with my teleport. I can teleport a lot faster if I do that. Picking up pollen again. I don't need any of these guys. This has a bad recharge time, so this one's useless to me. This one's pretty bad too, but it's better than what I had, so I'll just keep this as my digging wand. I don't need like crazy digging yet, and this is all solved up. One stupid thing actually I was doing there. I almost collapsed the mountain with what I was doing. So since I shortened the distance of this spell, I would have collapsed. I would have triggered the collapse of the checkpoint here. I screwed myself over. So take that off real quick. There's another one flying over here. Pretty happy with it. With spells, wands that I got. I want to be really happy. It's gonna make the rest of them honestly pretty easy. Like if you take extra time in these first 2 levels to power up, and do, I'd say, like 100 to 200 damage. The more modifying spells that you have and unique spell, like just variety of spells that you have at your disposal to kind of tinker with and build a good wand, the higher chance you have at like making a fast, easy run. So I'm just gonna take one of each of those. I might do a second triple cable. I'm not gonna use a shuffle wand. This thing's basically, well, hold on, let's see. Since my digging wand only uses 1 spell, I might as well use this wand for it. And I can kind of use it as a pseudo backpack wand. Because since there's not a second spell, this doesn't do anything to modify this projectile, so. But it fires faster, so, and that's what I want, so. Alright. And in hindsight, it might even be a better teleport wand, but I don't really care. This way, semantics, right? I'm not concerned about that at this point, because I don't need to teleport faster than the speed of light. You can see how this game you could easily spend an immense amount of time playing it, because you can kind of just get lost in how much there is to do, which is why I love it, right? Because there are so many possibilities, options to do when you do it right. These candles mean that there's a player ghost that spawned, or maybe not that one spawned, but there's a probability that one will spawn nearby, so I just gotta be careful knowing that that's there. This one, the way I judged it is just stats. Can it replace any of my wands? All of my wands, they're all in the green, they're better than what I have here. It's just not even worth it. And 2 slots versus 4 or 5 for my damage. It's the same amount here, but this is a better one overall. It's just not, that's how I weigh that I don't give a shit about taking it. So I said I'd avoid the fucking cabins. I still am going to do that, but a lot of the times, unless that happens, I can kind of stay on the edge and be safe. Because a lot of the enemies are melee. So, and just kind of pick off wands on the outskirts of the biome. So got a wand that hones to enemies. Actually increases the likelihood of me like having an easy time dealing with enemies. So this wand is freaking dope. So this wand has a magic recharge speed of almost 500, which on most of my runs I don't find a wand that's this good this early. So this is a dope wand. This is becoming my damage wand when we get to the next holy mountain. At this point, it's like, all right, do I gamble a bit and see what this wand over here has on it? And the answer is yes, I want to gamble. Why? Because I'm stupid. No, I don't. No, I don't. Okay, so that enemy that you just saw there with the crazy hairdo, the pink guy, that is a mage, one of the mage enemy types in the game, and they shoot what's called they're called a polymage. They shoot a projectile that turns you into a sheep and damages you, and if you turn into a sheep, you have 1 HP, you have 1 health, and if you get shot after it turned you into a sheep, you're done. So once I saw him, I noped the hell out of there. I'm not taking any chances with that. Sucks, I only found 1 heart in that last area, but, I think we did pretty well for what we found. Alright, so, checking out these wands, I've got 1,400 cash. I can afford to buy everything I want to buy here. I want this Spark Bolt trigger. It's one of the cheaper trigger spells, and so that means I don't need this magic arrow. So this is the cheapest one out of all of them to get Spark Bolt trigger, so I'm just going to buy that. I don't need the wand because it's a shuffle wand. I want Black Hole. It's a digging spell, and so this will allow me to traverse back into previous areas. So since I found this, super useful, super happy that I found it. So I'm buying that as well and putting the Black Hole up. I will bring the triple spell into my inventory and get rid of that double. This one has shitty stats, so I'm getting rid of it. And then this has another heavy spread, but it has a horrible mana charge speed. I already have all of the spells on this one, so I'm just not gonna buy it. Luminous Drill is what that what this spell is, and it's actually super useful for digging, or even putting on your teleport wand. So, I want this spell. It's pretty nice. But the wand is essentially garbage. So, all right. So now I can kind of go through things. I don't really want any of these spells here unless I get an unlimited spells run. But even then, I probably wouldn't use those in particular. I know this is my damage wand since the mana is just so dope. So I am going to be doing this, and moving my spells over here. So this wand has better cast delay and recharge time stats than the previous one, and no, its cast delay is worse slightly, and its recharge is pretty bad, but it's not as bad as the first one we had. I can modify this a little more and actually be in a great spot. We'll see. I want... That's not very good. That's 10. I don't need a timer. Projectiles close to each other. This reduced spread is not good. It's not doing what I want it to do here, so I'm just gonna get rid of that. And maybe if I want it to fire even faster, I'm gonna. So this is gonna be simple. this will be great. This is exactly what I need. So, I think here. Yeah, I mean, for now, I'd like something that rapid fires a single projectile. Here, let me see if I can. Just kind of looking here and seeing if I can kind of make something work. This is a really expensive spell, but since I've got such great recharge, I may be able to make it work. Let me see. Just try and just fill it with cheap trash and get this to work. All right. Let's see if I can get something that's just absolutely bonkers. I mean, it's bonkers, but I don't know. So cast this one, cast that one. Let's see. My Lumistril is just too expensive. Here, let's try this. That's pretty damn good. Let's see if I can triplicate it. I am like ever so slightly off on that. That's my. I like that. That's pretty damn good. I'm gonna just organize my inventory real quick. Kind of get all the modifiers in one spot. I like what I have so far. I'll probably only ever use one of those guys. Let's check our perks here. Never skip leg day. Nah. Gold forever. No, I don't like lag. And more love. More love could be good. I don't really know how much it'll do for me just with one stack. Because I could get this multiple times, and like, it's more powerful the more you stack it. But not really convinced. I'm gonna try and re-roll and see if I can get something good. I have extra cash, so. Oh, see, this is a good bad, right? So critical hits are kind of like you can get a crit on your damage spells. So more crits or healthy exploration. This perk is great for long runs because you can heal yourself every time you enter a new area. And so if I were to backtrack and go into a new area, this would be amazing. But the goal for this is to try and keep this relatively short to say what I usually do, and I've already been recording for an hour. So I would go with this guy to kind of help me speed up my run. Okay, so I am ready. I like what I've got so far. Let me see. Literally what I had, dumbass. Alright, yeah, so yes, okay, that's what I want. So this Spark Bolt doesn't have when it gets triggered to cast another spell after it expires, it doesn't have anything, so it wraps around and grabs the spell. But since this is a timer and does the same thing as the trigger, you'd think that, okay, well then is it like Inception, where it's like trigger casts, timer casts this one? Not the case, fairly certain. If somebody watches the video and they're like, blasphemy, that's lies, you tell me. I only have like 180 hours, right? But I want a luminous drill as my expiring projectile, because it does a ton of damage. So I like that, plus I can use a heavy spread to kind of speed up my casting. So yeah, I like that. You saw the way that it cut up the statue. It doesn't even tell you. Alright. One last thing. I'll fill up my water flask, because I'll probably need it for the next area. I never talked about me grabbing this purple flask. This is chaotic poly. It'll turn me in not to a sheep. Since it's chaotic, it turns me into like, or me or other enemies, it turns us into like a random enemy or animal from the game. And I don't want that. So I don't want that just like out in the level being able to like get poured on the ground. So I am getting rid of it. Those guys drop a lot of gold, so it's kind of good to fight. You just kick the statue and he shows up. He's like, hey, what's up? If I had a crit on alcohol, I could put this on a crit on alcohol modifier spell. I could put this on here and make my wand do like massive damage, but I don't, so I can't. So these new enemies here, they're called Hissy. They are also kind of the bane of my existence. They are in like the same class of enemies as those shotgunner guys I hate. They're pretty brutal. It's a mage, so that little crazy hairdo guy that I saw earlier, that was a polymage. I forget what that lightning does, but the mages are never good. If you ever see them, just you want to get the hell out of there, or kill them as fast as possible. Do your best job of dodging. Alright, so that big guy is a CEO. He's a CEO. There's plenty of gold to be had, but gold to be had, like I said, but dangerous, to say the least. At this level, I do not like to spend a lot of time. I do really poorly in it. A lot of Noita is just finding out what you're bad at and spending time in an area where you have to do most of what you're bad at. So like I'm really bad at dodging like projectile spells being cast at me, or like guns being shot at me, or like little firebolts being shot at me. And this area kind of has a lot of that, so I like to avoid it and not spend a lot of time in it. I don't really need anything from this, but I'll just take it with me anyways in case I like decide, yeah, I'll use one of these spells. But as of right now, I don't really see it as anything. That was stupid of me. I probably shouldn't have been that close to that explosion. But, you know, I tend to do stupid stuff on my runs. Also, kind of just a meh set of spells. I mean, Death Cross is probably fine, but I probably won't use it, so I the least I'll do is I'll put it in the ceiling so an enemy can get a hold of it, like that. And that rat just died for jumping on this electric box, so... Alright, so... I don't... Usually when I am in the snow level, I don't find a lot of hearts. Especially if I don't have All-Seeing Eye perk, which helps me see more. So at this point, like, I know I don't do well on these levels, and I've got more health, so I can go into the next level with more... with essentially more health if I just get out of there early. Spell shop. Bummer. I don't really need any of these. This is actually better digging, so I'm gonna, because it won't hurt me. And pollen, I don't need, so I'm just gonna do that. If I wanna, first let's do this. If I get, okay. It sucks having ADHD playing this game, because there's so many things that happen, and so many decisions to make, which is why I love it. You know, you think a lot playing Noita. This perk is one of the best in the game. It says it's tinker with wands everywhere, a divine blessing that allows you to tinker with wands everywhere. Just nothing's better. So when you find wands out in, you know, the levels, I'm going on to level 4 here. Now I don't have to come back to the Holy Mountain to edit them. The only reason why I'd come back here is to pick up this heal. I have really low health. In this next level, you want explosion immunity before you go in, if you can find it. I can't find it though, so I mean I could have re-rolled to try and find it, but at this point with such a good perk, I'd rather not gamble it. So I'm just gonna head into the next level and just be careful. As CEO is just right there. Alright. Just don't mind me, just taking damage for no reason. And that is a display of why enemies grabbing wands is just not good. I forgot to drop this wand, by the way. Yeah, he hit me with a magic missile. Which is why that hurts so bad. It's a, and not just like any magic missile spell, it's like a large magic missile, which is just a higher damaging. And it's oh, it's one cast per, one spell per turn. I'll take advantage of making a little hole there. Take a direct line of sight. I mean, if I'm doing a longer run, I'll try to keep it alive, but man. The right side of my spells is they Ministrel shreds machine enemies, and just almost all enemies in general, unless they're like projectiles, so I'm not like scared about my spells not doing what I want them to do, so I feel pretty good. Oh, it's a healer. Just trying to get this bomb to go off. Oh, shit. I mean, again, I said I didn't need a healer, but... mixing, and I thought there was a poly on me. I was like, I'm screwed. But, nah, that's not what I was seeing. What's up, buddy? There's a homie with a wand over there. That's teleportadium. Alright. Let's dig. Okay. He's gonna shoot that and electrocute the water. So I'm just gonna do it. Oh well. Let's see if I can't get that guy with a wand here. Anything valuable? Double trigger spark bolt. Nah. I mean, I don't know. Maybe. Not really useful, but I don't want anyone picking up that wand, so I'm gonna put it in the ceiling and alright, made it to the Holy Mountain again. I feel like we're doing alright. I mean, we're obviously shit on health right now, but I am happy with the results so far. Okay. This is awesome. This is a... Sick. Oh gosh, dude. This is a great Holy Mountain. Alright, I'm putting up that modifying spell. I've got 2 add manas. So first off, I'm gonna grab this one so I can get a damage spell. Shit. I'm a dumbass, I'm sorry. I like that. Damage, obviously, for, you know, because it is just, it's damage. You don't say. So, good spell. Or good wand. Good spell. Good modifying spell. I grabbed the mana because of being able to do this, and then I can do this now. Since I added, so that spell that, you know, that the rapid fire that didn't work before now works. So I'm trying to find something that you know, makes that can allow me to rapid fire. Sometimes order spells where you place them matters. See there. Got 300 gold. I wish I had enough to buy that. Alright, so just kind of tinkering with this to maybe see if there's a... if there's something I can do. So it's not gonna let me rapid fire cast, which I guess is fine, but I wish I had more room to fit like plenty of spells on here, but I don't. So yeah. This might be good. I like that. Yeah, I don't care about this. Okay. So no more shuffle wands is what I want. So I'm gonna get better wands now that don't have shuffle, which is exactly what I want. So I'm just waiting for something with enough slots and enough recharge that I can make use of all this bullshit up here. Alright, so next level is the jungle. And there's plenty of heals and hearts to kind of increase my health in this area. So I definitely look forward to finding more useful finds at this point. Shit. So this level has a boss in it that I like to fight because the boss can drop some really great wands as well as drops extra health for me to use. So I will go fight him. He does have a lot of health, and if he ends up biting me, he'll probably kill me, but I think it's worth the risk. If not, I think this pretty much classified. Yeah, I mean, it's a gamble, right? But, you know, I feel like if I end up dying, this is kind of a good video that would show what, if you're not stupid and gambling like I am, what a good run needs to be long, you know, to be successful and be able to beat the final boss. Alright, so we got more heals. Shit. I don't like to see that guy. I don't even know what he is, honestly. He's just like a little robot, but that thing always gets me. It just has like a little lance that it throws at you that just knocks me every time. These guys shoot poison and just murder me every time get gold. Always need gold. Alright. Found a heal, which is great. The heal, if I can go into the Holy Mountain and shoot at the ceiling, it'll bounce off the ceiling and shoot back at me and heal me. So now I have a way to heal without hearts. You know, if I find a modifier called Boomerang, I can use this bubble spark and have it shoot the healing bolt and have it arc back to me with Boomerang. So, but I also have another triplicate now if I want to use that. I don't need Firebolt. Okay, so I'm at the very edge of the level. The boss is on the right-hand side, so I'm just gonna dig down here. If I find more wands to use, great. If I find more health, amazing. That's what I want. But I'm just gonna go for this boss fight and try and better my situation. I hate these plants. They just suck. Alright. Here we are. This is the Dragon Cave. The boss is I'm doing finger air quotes right now. Dragon. freaking worm. It's not a dragon, but yeah. It's a good, pretty straightforward boss fight if I can use my teleport in a good way. So I've just gotta. Well, here, let's do this first. Let's try and heal me. Wait. Alright. Really? I just gotta find a flat. I can get a surefire heal if I do this. There we go. Science. Yes. So at this point, well, alright. Every bit of HP helps if I'm not bad. At this point, what I want is yeah, that's what I was gonna say. At this point, since this has a number of casts that are allowed, a spell refresher is what I'm gonna want to get, and so I can heal myself again. But all right, so I made a little hole here. When I go inside the dragon's egg a little bit, it'll spawn him. I need to make use of my teleport wand so that I can just get out of the way if I need to. But other than that, I just damage him. I didn't embarrass myself on my first YouTube video. Commentary. Good stuff. All right. Sick wand. I'm excited. Okay, let's build something here. Alright, I don't need doubles. I've also got enough to go grab another add mana if I want it. Add another triplicate, because that's what I want. Alright, so sick wand. I don't need this. Pick up my backpack wand. I didn't take any damage from that boss fight, which is sick. Alright, so again, like I said, you know, every area you've gotta do a good job of making sure you up your damage. So like, I feel really good in this zone, right? I'm pretty comfortable. Even though I'm taking damage from things, even though I'm taking damage from things, I feel like my damage on my damage wand is good enough that I don't need to be worried. I don't need to be worried about my, sorry, just being a dumbass here. it. Alright, so... I don't need to be worried about my damage in this area, right? But I'm going into a harder area on the next round, right? So I wanna make sure I'm ready for that. And going into the mountain, I could get myself into a bind if I go into the mountain and there's nothing useful to me there. So taking enough time to find spells that are going to put me in a good spot and kind of use what I've seen in the level to get there is exactly what I want to do. So, you know, that's why I went and fought the boss. I got a heart from it too, so my health went up by 25. And that gives me a bit more options to like go through and find anything that's going to be useful to me. You know, to finish off the run. At this point, I feel like the only thing that's keeping me from safely finishing off the run is gonna be, honestly, it's gonna be, not having enough health. If I don't have enough health, I could just get destroyed in like one shot by an enemy in another area. So I'm just gonna kind of, you know, the last bit I'm gonna do here is I'm going to look for anything that can help me with that. So, you know, let's look at one more thing, just make sure we've got all the resources that we want for, or all the damage that we want. So I still like, you know, I still like, you know, what I had before, but if I add another spell onto this spark bolt trigger, then I'm gonna have an even better time. So that's kind of what I'm gonna do. Let me with my what's happening here is this is getting cast twice. So instead of it being 60, it's actually 120 mana. Let me think here. What I could do is take this guy off of here and just have the spark bolt and add, well, no. See, that's garbage, right? But I want to I just want to fiddle with this to try and get obviously this is just, you know, me trying to see if this would work, but it doesn't look like it will, so it's all good. All I need to do is just put it back to where I had it. Right? And that's not where I had it. So I can kind of like hover with my wand if I want to. Alright, now I'm just finding heals. I see like an add mana that'll let me fire my wand rapid fire. So that was a little scary. Those guys explode. Stats are not as good as my boss wand I just got, but they actually, the more slots you have, the more you can do with the wand, the better you can, work with it. So what I'll actually do is I'll drop my digging wand. It's nice to clear out this area, just so that I know there's not another guy, enemy coming up to get me. Cave over here. I'm just gonna empty this out and make it my semi-backpack wand for now, and in the next holy mountain, if there's anything that can make this thing better than my current one with having more slots, then I'll actually use that to my advantage. So yeah, I'm gonna go pick up my digging wand again. That was a great wand, and very scary that guy had that. Definitely glad I didn't die there. Because, again, with the health that I have, he could have one-shot me for sure. A lightning spell. We're going on an hour and 30. I'm going to try and close this up. That was an opportunity. Pretty jacked on health, that enemy I just killed. I've never done the health glitch, so I tend to screw it up. refrain from doing that. I'm just gonna take the full heal. Might as well. I'm so used to making the gods angry with what I do, like the kind of runs that I have, that it's kind of weird coming into the Holy Mountain and not having an enemy. So it's kind of nice. Contact damage is kind of nice, so if there's a melee enemy kind of getting close to me, I can hurt it. I don't really like any of those, so I'm just gonna, that's exactly what I wanted. So, like I said, if there's anything keeping me from beating this run, it's health. Extra 50% maximum health is perfect. I'll gain 120 health just from picking this up. I will, and this is another great one. Anytime I touch fire, I won't take damage. So that's another great perk. Not necessarily gonna take it though, because I don't have to deal with much more fire. What I do have to deal with is high damage dealing enemies, so I'm gonna take the health and get me up to 160. I mean, I am in a good spot though, because I can heal myself with a healing bolt. I'm gonna try and make this wand work without a luminous drill. I just want to see if I can do it. Oh shit. Dropped that. That's not what I dropped. And I want this. This might be a pretty expensive set of spells, but oh damn. Well, I can actually use this and put, like, try this. So I'm just trying, when I do this double cast spell, what I'm trying to get it to do is cast this guy and cast this one for a second time in my wand's life period, by its lifetime, which will give me more mana, yes, but it'll also give me more reduced charge. That's what I'm trying to get it to do. Just because this has a bit worse of a recharge time than my other wand, but since it's got more slots, I can fit more damage in there, and that's kind of my goal, is to fit as much damage in here as possible. I wish I had more. Let's see, that's not good enough yet. So let's put 2 more of these guys on there. Pretty dang slow. Oh, wait, yeah. So it'll cast this guy. Oh, no. See, if I do this, this is the problem. If I do this, it's just chaos, right? I can't, since these spells are here. Well, let me try. Oh no, this is what I had before, right? And I can't do that. I think. If I just do this. No. Bubbles. Gosh. And this is where you learn in Noita, right? messing around with spells and seeing what they do for you. You're not really gonna learn any other way than just doing what I'm doing here. This may not work how I want it to. So I think the only way is if well, that is not bad actually. That kind of looks cool too, so, let's see. This and then let me see. I'm just trying to negotiate with what I've got. Okay, that's gonna work. So if I can so the reason why this isn't working as well as I want it to, like it just was before, like if I do that, that's great, right? But I'm trying to put 4 projectiles into this guy. So I need 2 more here so that, you know, this can all fire as one package. And that just, you know, if I put 4 in there, it just drains so bad. I just need more spark bolts is all I need. But I don't have them. How much is this large spitter? 25. 13 damage. This guy does 5. This might actually be the move here. Come on. Take this back up here. I like that. I'll kind of stick with that for now. But if I had a chainsaw spell or a luminous drill timer, or a luminous drill spell without a timer, this would work a lot better. But just with what I have going right now, I can't do it. So this is what I've got. Let's see. Let's see. I'm trying to make a rapid fire travel work here. Hold on, let me see. So I solved my problem I was having by removing this expensive spell. It costs 12 per cast, and I don't need it. So, actually, I can use that for my teleport work. I can afford it on there. There's a shield here. Is this? Deflects homing projectiles. Yeah, so I've got a... It's nice. It's a passive 10 mana. So, like, I could put that in front of these guys here. Since it gets cast twice, it's probably... Since this is working better, then I actually might be able to cast the 4 projectiles. Let's see. Still a lot, but... I mean, just look at that damage. just ridiculous. So I like that. I just wish I had like a 3 cast. So I will hold my breath for when I do, or if I find another ad mana. But I don't think anything's gonna be surviving that. Where did my... Okay, I just about scared the hell out of myself. So where did my heals go? Alright, I don't have plans to come back here. We're almost done here with the run. So, since I got one for mana, let's see. No, that did not work. Where did that? Looks like that's gonna be the only thing that works for me. Alright. Can I home them? 40? There's no way I can home them. Alright. Alright, so that mage, the way it works is it blinds you. So I'm missing right. I got it. The vault early on was like my biggest problem area. I had such a hard time with this part of the map. And I think my main problem that I have had in this game from the beginning is that I have not been great with taking my time. Like my average run time is very slow or very fast. So I would try and just run through runs in Noita as fast as I can, which in Noita just doesn't really do any good. It's just the thing, because you're progressing too quickly. If you do a good job finding, or if you get lucky and you find great spells, then sure, like you'll survive. The main thing is just being able to progress enough in each area so as not to have the enemies in the next area outpower you. Glad I got off of there. Yeah, so things just get so chaotic down here in the vault that, I mean, if you don't have things that can clear a room of spells that can clear a room of enemies, the only way you can really get through it if you have an invisibility flask. If you've got a way to heal yourself. Always cast healing bolt wand or something like that. And even then, chances still may not be good because finding a time of peace where you can do this without it causing some sort of chaos is pretty slim. So. Usually I can get through in a pretty great spot if I'm really stuck in the wall and just Just end it. Yeah, a little embarrassing there with how how poorly I did. But honestly, it's all good. We'll be fine getting through this last area. What I'm gonna do is upgrade my digging to black holes, and that should be enough to get me through this last little bit. Sadly, I don't really have enough cash to buy anything. None of these perks really do me any good. And I don't have enough money to reroll. So, I can maybe do a little bit of slow play, but again, I'm already at an hour and whatever, so I don't know. I'll make peace with the gods and do that. I've got another spell refresh there, so I can use the spell refresh from my lovely invisibility. Oh, wait, never mind. I thought it was enemies have invisibility. Yeah, I guess what I can do is just purchase some of the, maybe a wand here that's got better stats on it, if there is. This one's pretty damn good. It's got 1,000 mana charge. It casts 3 spells at a time, but... Or I've got a triple cast here, which is what I wanted. Alright, I'm getting rid of you. That little ghost guy, I can't hurt him unless I go find a crystal and destroy it. And it seems like his crystal is right there. Alright, so he's not gonna bother me anymore. Luckily enough, I found a heal. But, alright, what was I thinking about doing? No, I don't want to. If I do that on my teleport, that'll be fine. Okay, so what I want. Honestly, if I can just get through this, actually may just not really need any of those spells, so let's just try and do our best. As I say. Triple cast. Let's heal ourselves as much as we can. Alright, we don't have any more healing. So, oh wait, yes we do. Alright, I'm gonna go use my black hole. Got got 2 more casts on it. So I go as far as I can without being, until it blocks me from going any further. Cast it, and then do the same thing. Just gonna commit and just get. I don't think I need the same healing. I got 3 since I got a Lumi strip, I can get 3 spots. Final boss. Okay, so we're gonna finish this out. I don't have enough money to get any of these spells. Freeze field. They may say, people may say it's an average spell, which it kind of is. The great thing about it, though, is that it actually gives you fire immunity. I don't think I need it, so I'm gonna gamba a little. Faster wands. This actually might be a good thing to grab, because what I can do is grab this. Now my wand has better stats, and to rapid fire, I may need less. I don't need as many spells to so all I need is just 1 heavy spread now, which is perfect, right? That's all I could want. Since I cut down on a lot of my I can actually bump up a couple spells. So like I could add an energy sphere and trade the triple for a quadruple. Let's see. Yes and no. Like it'll work, but what I could do is here's the thing, I want a bunch of different types of damage in here, so this will be fine. I'm just trying to see if there's any way I can taking that away. think that's pretty good. Let's see what our damage is. And the statue is... If I can... And it's gone. Good thing the gods are not mad at me, because if they were, I would have been screwed there. Alright, so I feel pretty good with what I've got here. I've got a shield, so I can deflect. On my teleport one, I can deflect any projectiles. I like my health at this point. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get her done. Alright? Well, let's see if I can do this. I put a homing on here to see if I can actually make the wand a bit better, but I don't think it's worth it, so we'll just put it back. I like it. Alright, final boss. Let's hit it. Make the Call Me fight pretty easy for myself. I had a run the other day on my previous YouTube video that I was kind of finishing off at the beginning, and it really scared me. I thought I was invincible. I had like a god run going on, and I felt invincible. I put a spell on my wand that I was experimenting with in the previous area in the temple, and I forgot to modify my wand, and when I went to fight Comey, it did no damage. And I freaked out, and I actually got down to 1 health, and almost just screwed myself over. But I ended up, kind of retreating the fight, healing, modifying my wand, going back, and I killed him just as fast as I just did there. So, yeah, that was a run of Noita. Game over. Pretty good. Did about 2 hours. Obviously, I could have done it faster, and it would have been maybe a little sketchier, but probably still would have been fine. But very happy with. Yeah, I mean, that's about how all of my runs have been going. Spent about 2 hours on it, maybe an hour and a half. You'll see my record time here. I think it's an hour and a half. But I think it's good to kind of illustrate. If you want to kind of make any Noita run work, if you spend around an hour and a half, 2 hours on it, and a lot of the time is spent in those first 2 to 4 first levels of the game, you can easily get that before just finding what you find. Obviously, it's RNG with perks, but again, like I said, if you spend enough time finding enough money you can reroll the perk machines enough times to get the perks that you want. And with other perks like the freezing liquid perks, giving you fire immunity, or oil blood gives you toxic immunity. You can get some benefits from multiple perks that'll help you get a great run. So yeah, stats for this run. Well, I've been recording for 2 hours and 8 minutes, right? But it was a 2 hour 20-second run, which is great. Fastest time is an hour and 30. Did pretty straightforward, easy. I've never used an energy shield sector spell. I've used a full energy shield before, so I discovered that spell, which is fun. But yeah, let me see. if there's anything else. Yeah, total wins is 11. You know, my first win was at like 100 out of 11 out of 300 total deaths. But yeah, I mean, I think what helped me a lot was watching Dunker Slam. You know, most people who play Noita watch Dunker Slam. He's a great YouTuber. You know, does a lot of good work, and explains things really well. And people, you know, his community is a lot of fun. People make fun of him and stuff, but like to call him bald and stuff, but he's not. But yeah, that was my Noita run, making it work from, you know, just you know, letting RNG do its thing. I guess I did forget to show that I don't have any mods on. You know, I don't. So, you know, I've never installed mods for Noita on my computer, so, you know, you don't need to doubt that. But yeah, you know, there's some other things that you can do. I'll make more videos about those things. You know, I could have made my health situation a bit better by collecting some more orbs, but yeah, that's it. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, I guess, you know, this is the YouTube thing, I guess, is drop a like, subscribe, and yeah, I hope to be live streaming soon, so I'll link my Twitch. You know, I have more time to live stream on weekends, like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and I don't work on Mondays and Tuesdays, so soon to be just Mondays, but I'll stream, you know, Monday nights, Sunday nights. So yeah, that is all. Thanks for watching.